welcome in. So, a non-urgent message that will find you at the wrong time. So, I wonder how well these messages will click. Because if it's finding you at the wrong time, then, and it's not urgent at all, then it should be like a puzzle piece that will click into place randomly, or just it will click into place at another time. I'm going to get a card for each, but if you want to skip to the pile selection, you can. Actually, we'll do a pile selection. Not now, not now. Forgot about that with the feathers. Okay, pile 1, who has flown away. We have ancient Egypt. Oh, I love that. Wow. That's so much of an altered perspective and so beautiful. Pile 2. Who has also flown away? This one. Human. Oh, I haven't seen the human card for so long. I forgot that it existed. Dunk. And pile 3. Okay, another universe wants to pop out for those of you here, but I'm not going to take it. Sirius A. It's like it fell on top of Sirius A. Okay, we'll do on top. I was just gonna say, back of the deck is another universe. I feel called to mention that I have tea. Look, it's so pink. Ah, tasty. Tea that is like a really potent color always surprises me when it like doesn't taste as strong as like the color looks. It's like I expected it to taste like biting into a pomegranate would taste. Whoa, imagine just biting a pomegranate instead of like taking off the seeds. Is that significant here? He's like taking a bite out of it instead of like delicately doing it. There is something really juicy about this whole reading. It's a very abundant, full feeling. I'd say futuristic feeling, but we have ancient Egypt. Okay. Let's get straight into the piles. So, wait, pile selection, I forgot. Okay, welcome in pile selection. Pile number 1 is this little cute feather dude with the ancient Egypt card. Pile number 2 is the medium-sized feather with the human card. Is that focusing? Can't tell. Dun, dun, dun. And pile 3 is Sirius A and the large, I wanted to call it leaf then, the large feather. The floofy one. Cool, cool, cool. Did I say Sirius A? Yes, I did, but it's because I said the others, I said the feather first. But I said Sirius A, the card, before the feather on the 3rd card. Try. Wow. I'm curious how speaking in Sirius A is going to be. Where do you want to go, mate? Okay, so you got your readings, your piles. I love this energy, it's so gentle. Watch me now, like one of them will be like, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Welcome in, pile 1. So the little dude. I feel like there is an obvious first message of like less is more with you. I want to start with a character card, which is already unexpected. This is a feeling of like you can't see this coming, even if it's something you've been prepared for. I feel like you've been getting a lot of like small pieces and nudges in various directions, which all feel so cohesive to you. It's not like a being pushed in every direction and being like, oh, what on earth is going on? It's a feeling of things really feeling aligned. What is the puzzle piece for you then? We have Jack Sparrow. Okay, yeah, there's something about how I was kind of wary about using the character cards deck because they're so colourful, and I kind of felt more like black and white for you, or for this reading, I mean. There's something about like slow and steady progress too. But that's not that's not an interesting message. That's what's coming to my mind. I'm feeling like there's no wavering energy. And you'll know when it hits, because there won't be an unsureness. When something sticks, it sticks for you. You won't have to question it. Some of you have been questioning something you've had on your mind for a long time and been trying to find the right angle, but the right angle isn't to do with the thing that you're trying to find the angle in, or it's like it's the angle that comes when you drop all eyes. There's a feeling of like internal seeking here. So did I say this is Captain Jack Sparrow? I don't know if I did. This is the back of the deck, which feels like a sacred hearth. So yeah, there's something continuous about your energy, and a feeling like you're looking for the next step, or looking for how something plays like a larger piece in your life, but what you'll find is that it's the same card twice, it's the same size twice. There's a feeling of allowing the disorderliness to take you where you already felt called to, but didn't have a map to find. There's something about this energy which wants to be so fluid for you, but, or like you're trying to find the fluid way, but the fluid way for you isn't naturally fluid. But I'm getting like a little annoyed at this. I don't know if it's annoyed, but questioning, confused, curious even, because, and that might be what you're experiencing too, or like a keys to a later part of life that this will click into for you, because that is like, these messages so far sound like they're talking to you right now, like reading your present energy. But I wanted this to be more of a reading of like synchronicities, or like a message for another time. Like it's it's like this has found you at the wrong time. What is this? What am I getting with ancient Egypt? We have whale shark. Yeah, and that came in reverse, that there is a feeling of less is more here. I think because when there is more, it's not when there is more, it's a feeling of less is more, because when something clicks, it clicks and there's no question. Back of the deck is slug, which fits this gentle, slow energy. I'm going to take a sip of tea. I feel like you're traversing realms that you've already traversed, but in like a new body, as a new self, with new eyes. You may resonate with getting like hits of, oh, this is a cool message. Okay, this fits what I was trying to get more. I wonder if that's a relevant message too. Like when you get the right message, when you find the right thing, it's just in your face. It just is no question about it. That's the energy I was getting before from you. What was the actual thing? It was a feeling of like you like walking in a certain area and getting a sudden remembrance of like something you can't quite pinpoint. I think you might have like certain senses activated, and that there's a call here of like that will be because of, oh, I can't narrow it down. The first example I was getting was like walking on a trail that you walked like thousands of years ago, quote unquote thousands of years ago, in like a whole other time, a different incarnation of you walked on the same trail, and you getting like glimpses of this other lifetime. But I don't think that that's exactly pinpointed. Like for everyone, it's not like the same area, like the same walk path. It could be for some of you though. I'm seeing like a pink flower. Something about how the stems, not the stems, oh interesting. It's like the stevia, the stigma. The parts in the middle of the flower that stick up, seeing those as stems instead of what they are, like instead of that being the opening, and I'm wanting to say instead of that being the end, viewing that as the beginning and viewing them more as stems that trail down into the flower. And I'm seeing it go right down into the earth then, or into the planet. And it's a feeling of like, you think it's going down into the planet, but really it's opening up an internal world of that single flower, which appears to be like an entire landscape of like a world beneath the planet or within the planet, but really it's just more of like another dimension or something very relative to that flower. So there could be something about like bending space, bending comprehension of how things fit in together. And this could be so like much more mundane of an actual experience, but this is the metaphor, and maybe it's an even like less mundane experience than the one I'm describing too. I feel like the moon could be important for you, but it's not like the moon, it's like the moon when it's highlighted, the moon in a sunset. There's a feeling here of like you'll know, or a certain synchronicity will be for you when you like see something in a glowing light. It's like the moon is always there and it's not always a synchronicity in this case, is what we're saying. But it is when it hits like a certain condition, like in a certain, viewing it as over a certain constellation, and like when the earth is at a particular rotation in accordance to the sun. There's something of like a I'm laughing because it's such like a movie plotline feeling. Yeah, it's like the thing for you is like, I feel like you'll be either you are already doing this, look like seeking something, or you will be seeking something at some point in the future. And at some point in the future, you will be seeking something. Whoa. And whenever you are seeking, there's a feeling of like, you won't have to question if it is this or not. because when it's it will glow and you'll know. 369. Oh, I love that. I like that. It will glow and you will know. And I'm also seeing the example of like having circled around like the same flower for even years, but it's like it wasn't the flower that, and it was always like a no, but there was something up with it, maybe like there was a reason why you were in that area. And when, again, like when certain conditions meet this flower, it suddenly glows, and it's like that's when the time is right, that's when it's ripe, that's when it like births resonance with you. Or maybe this is a cool feeling also of like the reason why it glows, whatever this is that you're finding, the reason why it glows is because of the exact point in time when you glow too. Or like it's a feeling of like you can only see the glow when, and this might not be physically true, but maybe it is very practically, like something literally glows and you're like, haha, gotcha. Or maybe it's more metaphorically, but it's still very, very apparent. Like, oh, there'll be something for you that like clicks into place. And until it does, like there's no, like if you're at all questioning, then it's not it. It will glow, I'm telling you. It will glow and you will know. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. I'm gonna take some more drink. Did I say back of the deck is 31? Oh yeah, it was something about like, more about, it's like the conditions of the flower that when it glows are the same conditions of you when you glow. But okay, I'm being told to leave it at that. Okay. Not the reading, just that part. Maybe soon the reading. That felt significant, those last words. Just that part, not the whole thing, just that part. Whale shark always makes me think of such abundance. So much. But it being in reverse is so much like, there's a specific. And this Jack Sparrow keeps making me think of like a young version of him. Is there a, I feel like there is like a new, well, probably not new at this point, but like a new Pirates of the Caribbean where it's like about him when he was younger. Okay, we have Golden Eagle. I like the way things have slotted into place here. Woo! Okay. We have Goldfinch. And then popping out we have, I literally just had this earlier today, but I've already forgotten. Tree Creeper, that's what it is. Avocat, interesting, because I had forgotten that you had the Ancient Egypt card. And this is related to Ancient Egypt, I believe. And the Barn Owl. I kind of want to take them. There does feel like so much something of a staircase for you. Actually, I want to move these like all the way to the edge. Somehow Ancient Egypt is the bridge. But what does Ancient Egypt represent? That's my question. Maybe for some of you, Ancient Egypt or just Egypt? No, Ancient Egypt, though. especially with like this being young Jack Sparrow. Ah, I heard half a word. I wonder if that's significant. Half a thing. That would go with this because ancient Egypt being like the first card getting that half, and then later like the middle step is the ancient Egypt again. And it's even like pointing backwards, which feels like it's like obvious. Like if it wasn't obvious enough already, it's also pointing like, hey, 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 this is where I come from. Double confirmation. There is an energy to this whole reading of, I don't want to quite say ask and you shall receive. It's more of like a you can't not get this. Whether you know what this is yet or not. Or not. Full stop. You know what I love about this too? It's not even a feeling of like you'll find it when you're no longer looking. It's literally a feeling of whether you're looking or not, you will find it. Because again, it's that feeling of like when you glow, it glows. But I don't quite like that because it doesn't, that feels a bit too mirroring, and I don't think that this is completely, like everything is in resonance in that kind of way, but there's something about it not being as simple as that, which I like here. Because there's more of a flow, it's more of a progression, it's less of like a yes or no, it's more of a I heard yellow jacket. I'm pretty sure that's a type of bird, a yellow jacket. Oh no, am I thinking of a bee? Like a type of wasp, a yellow jacket. Okay, we'll use more animal cards then. Actually, no, but it's making me think of like something that that some can see as a warning sign, but others can see as a go ahead. It's a feeling of like, depending on what type of creature you are, the colorings are either marking poison or food. And also a feeling of like, didn't I say like as a new body or as a new eyes at the start of the reading? So it's a feeling of like, and I said circling around that same flower before, there's a feeling of like, and even the thing of like treading on the same land, maybe it's not two different incarnations, but the same incarnation feeling as two different bodies. Or maybe this is about like a previous body of yours that also circled around this flower but never got to like eat the fruit of it, or it never glowed. So there's still like a familiarity. Oh yeah, so a feeling of like when you have your new body, then this new body sees the same thing as food that you once saw as poison, or you once saw as like nothing. Something that once blended into the background or wore a mark of beware becomes enticing, becomes vibrant and alluring. I don't want to say the word alluring though, because that feels like a slow draw, but this has such like the energy of so much golden. What was this called again? Goldfinch, and this is a golden eagle. There's so much about it won't just lightly be like a gentle yellow or a gentle orange. This is a feeling of like it will glow. I feel like I said that one too many times for my liking now. What is it with this feather? And what is it about this? Oh, that's, you know when you like eat an orange and the peel, it kind of sticks to you and then you get like bits, and that, I think that might be what that is. It could just be dry skin. Yeah, but this is the feeling of like, I'm unsure, so it's not, this is not the thing. The little feather. Be little? As in be little, be small. And I love that because of the like altered perspective of like belittling actually being a positive. Oh, if you ever get belittled, that feels like a synchronicity of like, you're on the right track. I'm not saying search for or be around those who would belittle you, but just if it's like out of pocket perhaps, or it's a feeling of I feel like you'd know. Be a little. Be a little ... too. There's so much about like progress. And when it clicks, it clicks. Maybe something about it will click halfway. You'll see that ancient Egypt tie back. And that is when you'll see like the full next step into the future. It's like there's first a need to, like that tree creeper. It's like, I'm just changing position. Like the searching, creeping. But also that makes me think of the poison, like creepy. Like first is the resistance and the seeking. Then is the golden confirmation of that's it, I found it. And then comes the actual like premonition, or the actual finding, the actual catch. The owl is eating or has the food. But more so I'm seeing it like that is the path. That's what creates like the whole other layer of creation or interest. The whole, I feel like it's so different for all of you, but it's like the whole new experience. It's like first you become the new body, and then that new body matches to, it's like you become the new body, and that new body then highlights with the new eyes, highlights the key, and that is like that flower, and then you go into the flower, use the key to open the door, or to go into the flower and be in that new realm, or open that door and be in the new ... Yeah, and I like how I was saying like the sparkles at the start, because it was a feeling of like, although this is feeling strongly like a one thing that gets highlighted, and it's like that is the key, that is the one single key. There are loads of like twinkles and other synchronicities that lead the way with this. That there is such a continuation. And maybe instead of going up, it's more like going down. because it's like the less is more. But we have 369 and so much about like going up. But there's also the feeling of like reverting to a past self perhaps, or maybe it's just taking a more youthful approach. It's a feeling of, what is it? I'm not getting it fully. But I think that is the key, like to not get it fully. That's a part of what allows the full step back to seeing what the fullness is. It's a feeling of like perceiving present you, or the you that is finding this, the you that is seeking when you get to that, if that's not already present. Seeing that you as young you, as past you, possibly like child version of you in this life, or maybe past you, like the you before this incarnation or before this body. There's a bit of a feeling of like, until you do a 360 around yourself, you can't see yourself, and you can't then like have that transformation of who you are, because sight is change, clarity is a new relationship which creates that newness. So the new self is created through the full spectrum observation of self. But I feel like focusing it so much in that way, like on the self, doesn't fully apply here. Or maybe some of you don't like that feeling. The letter E and T could be significant. Gyp, Gypsy. I once knew a dog called Gypsy. I had forgotten her name. I don't remember who the owner was anymore. But I remember the dog, vaguely. Gypsy. Oh. T. Yeah, there's a feeling with this like golden eagle that it's like there's a fullness to begin with. This is like, yeah, there's a fullness to begin with, but then it goes into a goldfinch, which actually it feels like ordinarily you'd see that as this is just a less is more. Ordinarily you'd see that as like smaller or like less golden is what I'm wanting to say, but actually it's so much more intricate. And the feeling around it is like all the dead plants is like the flowers that it sucked the life force of into itself. It took the perspective of the flowers. It enabled itself to perceive how the flowers were perceiving it, and in doing so it integrated those beings, those flowers. It's a feeling of like this is just a simple message again. It's like going from the larger feathers to like to discarding all that which, or integrating all that which surrounds you, or which has a perspective on you that is like all around, getting all the perspectives. I don't know what this is about perspective all around you, but it's coming through again. And it's like that's what gobbles up all the different outside layers of the feathers. Yeah, because it's either like integrated as yes, this is true, or released as no, this is not true. And it brings you to that core self, which is so simple, which is just you. I like that. I feel like I I feel like I want to leave the reading on that because I can see so many more trails going off that. But I feel like if I word it now, it will like take you out of the possible energies. So I'm gonna leave your reading there. I love you, pal number 1. See you in another if I do, or see you along this journey. Well, maybe I'm one of those cool sparkles. Okay, bye. Welcome in, pal number 2. I feel like there's something so special about your non-urgent message that finds you at the wrong time. I feel like there are a lot of different like intricacies to this that all tie in with something so core connecting. I think for a lot of you this has to do with someone that you love and a sort of creativity that connects the two of you. And that might be like very obviously creativity, like an art piece, for example, but I think there's so much of like a unique way of connecting. That's what I'm getting. And I also felt something like the wrong time for you is the right time for another. Or you could even swap that round. Maybe this is the right time for you but the wrong time for another. It's something like that. Okay. We have Marsh Tit. There's something so soul connected with yours. And I kind of want to question your what. Whee! Okay, we have Goldfinch. Some of you so have a shared creation which just expands your heart so much. We have Mallard, Tree Creeper, and Golden Plover. I'm feeling an energy of like, I couldn't have done it without you. And so much gratitude. Like, there's a feeling here of there's so much gratitude. Yeah, and remember this is the wrong time, so this could be gratitude that hasn't happened yet. Or is way in the past, but it's gratitude for this you. Just, I wanted to remind you it's like out of time feeling. So either past or future feeling, I think here. Or like a very altered perspective on the present, like very altered. Yeah, there's so much gratitude here for you, and I think particularly for a creation of yours, and that could be like words spoken or actions you've taken, or again will take or are taking. I feel like it's a creative project for a lot of you. There's a feeling of like having touched so many hearts. You know the like butterfly effect thing of like, the example coming to mind is like you smiling at one person and that person feeling that much happier that day and smiling to like 5 people and them all ripple effect and so on and so forth stuff. And maybe it is with a smile, or maybe it's like a metaphorical smile, or like a smile or an emotion that has been bled into an action and that has formed such a loving bond with so many, and there feels like someone in particular that's thanking you. They're so thanking you. Some of you, they're saying, and you'll know if this is you, they're cheering you on. They're saying, don't give up now. Like, this is this is what you want it to be, or this is what you trust it can be. There's a feeling of like congratulations and commemorating this version of you. But actually no, it's not this version of you. It's kind of more like the other version of you, but because this you is connected to that other version of you, there's like a gratitude thread that flows between all of you. There's a feeling a bit here of like, which one? Like, who are we on about right now? I think that you have struggled, and a part of that struggle has either played into or just like played around this something that has brought so much love to so many, or to someone so particular. There's such like a heart-connected feeling here. Like you and me, we did this. Maybe some of you have created a human together. Oh, for some of you, I feel like a future child of yours, like waving back at you. And they're so grateful for you. More than gratitude from them though, it feels like a... I'm not getting like particular anything other than like I just see their eyes like looking at you. And again, having spoken about a creative project, this could be not like a human baby, but this could be a creative baby or a fur baby. But there's a sense of like like a weird kind of camaraderie. I don't know that I'd call it weird. Why do I want to say it's weird? I think that there's like I heard brutality, and I'm thinking of Brutus, a song by M. Bayhold. I'm not like a huge M. Bayhold lover. I love her. I really love her songs. But like the amount that she's coming up in all my readings is feeling disproportionate to like the entirety of the songs I listen to. Anyway, I feel like that's relevant here. Yeah, it's like there's a focus here that feels so... It's like a small part of you is such a big part of someone else or so many others. This is so a reading about a version of you who has impacted the heart. That's what I'm gonna say, the heart. And that can be so many hearts or a singular heart. Or ... I want to get more cards, but I also don't. There's a feeling of like, it's complete. It's complete. You did it. I feel like there's a need to bring in like a recognition of some sort of struggle here. It's a feeling of like, I got to experience this because this you struggled, or because this you believed beyond the struggle, or let go of the struggle to believe in this, or it's like because of ... there is so much love, and I can't get over this like togetherness feeling. I just want to like give you such a big hug. It's like, you did it, you did it. You really did it. Okay, let's... I love this. Let's get some colourful cards. I'm wanting to say something along the lines of, this deck of mine feels like a like updated, like 2.0 version of my old, what do you call it, sacred geometry deck. It's like colourful deck, like the only... Oh wait, this is a deck of colour. They're so different though. This is sacred geometry 2.0. Sacred earth. This one. Yeah, there's something about the struggle. I don't know what that is wanting to really be highlighted here. Persistence too. I think more than anything it's belief. It's not even that, like, there are so many points of focus that could be here. I can't express enough how much love I feel here. And it's a love of connectivity. This connects so much, or this is like a representation of like a beautiful, like abundant sharing. It's a feeling of, because of love, because of hearts, because of illumination, because of creativity, and then more of like thank you. Okay, this is an interesting message. I'm not sure how relevant it is. I think it would be very relevant. That's what I think this is. It's like something maybe that you're feeling like is not very relevant. This is the message to the other time version of you saying it is so relevant. It's just not relevant for this you, because this video found you at the wrong time. The congratulations would be in order had I labeled this the right title. We've got jellyfish. Yeah, it's so much like connectivity. Back of the deck of mouse, from something like to do with you, something to do with details or your ability to understand, connect, your own ability to connect the dots or connect something. What was I thinking of before? I don't remember. I want to hold these two crystals now. There's such a holding feeling here. There's a security to this all too. You've created such a foundation for love to be birthed off. And it's like an open type of love. I'm seeing this light blue as the ability to express love. It's also just making me think of healthy love. I'm thinking of Hygeia, the asteroid too. This could have to do with health. I can't get over my heart right now. This is the feeling of like two parents like hugging one another while looking at their baby asleep or awake. Awake and playing with loads of other babies. I feel like there's better examples, but I feel like the more I go into that metaphor, the stranger it will be. The stranger. Strangers? No longer strangers? Oh, this is like the opposite energy of strangers. I love it. It's the heart. It's the feeling of like, there is no such thing as a stranger. And that is the energy that has so been I have no words for like the how of this or the what even. Maybe you have part of the idea of what, but it's not fully. But the right time you is fully, or has fully. There's a gentleness here, but also like I know I used the word persistence before, but I'm looking for a similar one. It's like charging forwards with such gentleness. Oh, I have a message. I can't quite get at it. It's like a feeling of this should have found you ages ago. But ... I don't know. Some of that energy was expressed. I don't know that those words were particularly on point. Draco. I think there could be something about words. Because Draco makes me think of books. Power in your words. Or the words that come from your power. Polarians. Circle. I had this time. Back of the deck is horse chestnut. Because of a new approach. Because of a new approach. A soft approach. A soft approach you bring. I mean, have brought in this weird time. You didn't create this for no reason. I want to bring it back to the connectivity feeling. The feeling of a hug. Hug, hug, hug. Okay, Tinkerbell. There could be a very magical feeling to this. It's so like a cross of love and like fierce protection. Let me see if one of these will come through. It's also making me think of tinkering, like tinkerings that have sounded a bell, like have I just heard exploded minds. No, I didn't say hear minds, but okay, that came through. I was trying to say mouths, I think. Mouths to feed. Mouths fed. Free flow. I feel weird that that is the one that came out. Free flow. Free flow. It's giving like a prime resource, tackling something with the community, and it's more of a feeling of magic. It's a feeling of not letting go, but not from pain or fear, but from that heart, love again, connection, forever formed, forever bonded in a beautiful way. And okay, and then we have transition and tears. I'm wanting to say I know. Okay, back of the deck is now the blank card, but I wanted to call it the clear card. I think there's a lot of clarity here, and it might have taken a while to fully be able to sink into. Again, this could be future you hearing this, or for another version of self, but it could also just be this you. We have Raido. There's a never-ending feeling here of we are forever connected, and we were always going to be forever connected, but there's something particular about this approach which feels so special, feels so like a reminder, or it just feels like an expression of love here. How do I skirt that round for a few of you? There might be an unfairness that you're feeling. I heard the word block or blocking. 369. I felt it again, a feeling of I know. In such a gentle way. Then we have the cards 31 and 147. And again, the back of the deck is a blank card. Wait, we have 2 blank cards in this deck? I love it. It goes from blank to 100 to blank to 10. Oh, that's cool. It's activating my third eye, but I don't know what to say about that. King, 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 king. I think you know, like there's so much about this reading. But it feels confusing somehow. No. It's not confusing. Okay, and both. So this is a yes and no deck. Most of these are yes and no, but there are, I think, 4 that are not yes and no. And those are all the ones showing, which is that same feeling again of like blank. What's that about? Maybe an up to you. It is a feeling of the in-between. Up to you. I just heard it can't go further away. There's like a whining feeling. I'm imagining, this is my old dog Tinkerbell, and I'm remembering like whenever we'd drive in the car to go on a walk, we'd walk in the woods loads. When she was in the boot, she would always whine like crazy. Whining. An excitement, and it's reminding me of this because this looks like a pond, and she used to swim in a particular little water thing that I'm thinking of. A pond. I don't think I'd call it a pond though, but I feel like it classes as a pond. Is that what that, like, did I say weirdness a lot at the start? Is that what that weirdness is? Like, can you class this as a blank? Yeah, you can, but I don't know why. I feel like I would want to keep getting more cards for you in this energy, and I would never get enough. It's all here. It was all in the very first card. There's like a nodding head feeling towards you. There's so much pride, like I'm so proud. But it's more of like a we're so proud. Everyone is. It's a feeling of like everything in the light. You know what this is a feeling of? It's a feeling of no more shame. No more in hiding. No more waiting. A feeling of, it's all here. brightness. But yeah, brightness, but lightness I prefer here. Maybe where it all began. It's such a feeling of like clicked into place. It's interesting that you got the maybe up to you and both, and even then the other like non yes or no was underneath that, because I was just about to say this is such a feeling of yes, 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 yes. Not yes without struggle, but yes. But it says maybe and up to you. I do feel like some of you, or a lot of you, already got stuff from those two when they came out, but now I'm not seeing that anymore. Ah, I see one trail. It's a feeling of like, it's a feeling of the contract is signed, or like there's like a higher purpose being completed, and so what goes on after is up to you. It's a maybe. It's nothing set in stone. It's like after this, which feels like a big celebration, completion. After this, then it's up to you. Then fill in the blank, or then don't fill in the blank. Then what could be? Now what? But there's just a feeling here of like not having the focus be on the what comes after, but just on the gratitude of what has been created. Again, in the other time, so probably not yet, but maybe yet. I love this coming through for you because it's just so much love. Even if like my words aren't really hitting, maybe they are, but I don't know why I said that. There was that thing about words earlier too. It's then a feeling of like, despite words, love. It's so simple. I also can't get over the connectivity feeling of this. A few things are coming to mind, but it's like, why would I say any of them? They feel like they don't encompass all of this energy. The most I want to say is like, you know, and you did it. Or again, we did it, or this is this. Or look at this. Or look at us. Or look at everything. It doesn't have to be all of those, but it could be one of those that you really resonate with. Or another you resonates with. There's something about growth, or like buds no longer being in the budding stage. Ripe fruit. This is the feeling of the time has come, and look where we made it, or look what we did. And such a feeling of it was worth it. Like, so like unquestioningly worth it. I think I want to see if there's another animal card that wanted to come out. There's more thanking, like thank you, thank you. The mouse card again. It's like your keen senses. Your ability to not get caught up in like a grander flow of life. Your ability to be specific and to not compromise on those specifics or on what you believe in. Yeah, there's such an uncompromising feeling here. We have spider. I heard the word totem. We have magpie. Rowan tree. Yeah, there's a feeling of like an ancient Egypt at the back. Yeah, such like thinking of the pyramids, that's what this feeling is. Something so grand and powerful, yet like the place it comes from is such like a feeling of like love and connectivity and like grand care. Same with rowan, is giving me a feeling of a tree that is like connected to fairies, so light and so like childlike, and yet the rowan tree feels so much more jagged or so much more protective. It's like the reason why there is a like need to look at the details, or a darkness, or a like an intensity, or a like strict boundaries. The reason why everything that was difficult was because of what it's protecting, or because of what it is made for, or because of like it's like all of the harshness is all for the pure gentleness, the pure softness. It's like a dog doesn't bark for no reason. What's it trying to protect? And there's such a feeling here of like, you did it, you protected it. You stood up for what you believe in. I heard you masked yourself. That's interesting. Oh, I see so. Seesaws could be significant. Up and down, going with the flow, each wave, even when it felt really low, or even when the high felt like it was like so ungrounded or so like unreachable, you didn't waver, or you did waver, but you still continued even through that wavering. You made it. What was I actually trying to say before seesaw? That's just making me think of seeing what you saw, and you saw what you see. So what was the actual thing I was trying to think of? Seesaw. There's something of like a propelling energy, because of the propelling that you created. Like there is liftoff, or there is magic because of the propelling of your nature, ... question mark. Oh, that's what I was saying about ancient Egypt and other things. A feeling of like it being assured, or written in markings, written not in stone but in pyramid stone, in pyramids. There's something about that launch energy. Oh, what was the thing that I said that masks. Something about masks. I was saying that it's like, I wasn't sure how that fit, or that was just weird, and then I saw how it fit, and now Is that a fox? I'm seeing a fox. I'm seeing a fox. I have to show you. I have to show you. You see it? He's gone behind the... Ah! I haven't seen a fox in so long. I'm gonna be staring at this for a while, so if you don't want to just watch the distant fox, then feel free to skip ahead. Ah, I love a good fox. Look at him go. I don't see him anymore. Okay. It was a fox. I'm still staring, like waiting if I'll be able to see him pop out again from somewhere. It's such magician energy, such creativity. And that connection, I'm thinking of like the romantic side. Ooh. I love making that noise after saying romantic side. Was it looking like this before? Was it more zoomed in? I don't know. There's a border to this. I love that. Yeah, it's a feeling of like it was bordered up for a reason, or you created structure for a reason. Ah, we saw a fox. For sweetness, for sweetness. But with girth. Is that it? There might be a feeling of like the contrast between black and white and then gold. And maybe brown. It's like the glow of this is felt. It feels so ever present too. Interesting. So polare and the spider card is over the S, but spider begins with an S. So it's Polaris spider. It's actually saying Polarians though, I just remembered. Yeah, but my way was cooler. Polaris spider. The North spider, this feels like instead of the North Star, it's like a North Heart or a North... I heard blog, that could be significant. A North connection. Rowing, oars. I'm thinking of oar as in A-W-E, W-E. Double E could be significant. Peace, the word peace. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's it for the reading, pile number 2. I feel like I didn't quite get at it. Oh. Maybe that mask feeling again. Oh yeah, that's what the message was. It was going to be something along the lines of, because of like a part of yourself being like softened, or it's giving like something maybe took a hit to your ego, but because of that so many hearts were connected. Like there could be like a flow of being misunderstood surrounding this, but it being so worth it, and you wouldn't question not doing it. Yeah, I keep getting that feeling of it was worth it, and from me saying that, I think that's just showing how much like it took to create this, or for this to be, for this union, connection, expansion, experience, or creation, connection. There's a feeling of like having pushed through a lot to get it. I had unbridled joy. Unbridled joy. That's making me think of a dream I had last night. I was riding a horse and I nestled into him, and it was so cozy. And actually, it was a horse of this colour, I think. Not the white part. Ah. Okay, I put these away now. I feel like there's something significant about how I couldn't really see the white part for a while. Do I need to say more on that, or is that enough? There's such an openness here. It's such a feeling of like, I want what's best for you. I'm not, yeah, I don't know. Why do I want to say that? I don't know. Is that maybe feeling? Maybe an up to you? Maybe. Damn, I just said it again. There's a feeling of like you holding so much. It really feels like so much. And what I'm getting is an image of those close to you, or someone close to you, having so much respect for you because they see how much you're holding. It's a feeling of like, not everyone will see that, or not everyone does see the weight, and you see the weight and they see the weight, and there's a gratitude for that understanding, that, again, that connection, that shared love, and so much of the energy of thank you, like truly, more than you know. Oh, that's emotional. There's something about that, like when I said that's emotional, it felt like that made it sound less near and dear. This was the card you got, and these were the 2 crystals I brought in. It took a while to notice. It could be something about that, taking a while to notice. It's like this is the center. This is what this whole reading was talking about, but that's not all of you or all of your life. It's that feeling of holding too. But I think maybe being possibly like conceptualized or seen by many as just this. And maybe that's that like hit to the ego feeling, and of the feeling of like wearing a mask. But that mask serving such a beautiful purpose. But there also being those who recognize that that's not all of you, and that there's so much more. Also, possibly particularly to this connection, but I'm seeing lots of different ways of what this reading is talking about. But that also feels the same thing, like I was saying, like there's so many different ways, there's so much more than just this, but just this has so much love to it. Just this avenue. Just what we do know of, or just what this creation is. Again, saying like the word creation, it doesn't have to be a project, but it could be for many. I know I've literally said this so many times, but it's so much about connection. It's true. It's true. Oh, he's wearing a, what's that called? A tie. A tie. Well, tights have the same sound in tie and tights. I said tights in a reading earlier. But you know what I didn't mention? I didn't mention that I don't own any tights. I might own 1 pair actually. But I did say that I hadn't worn any for ages, I think. So what's that message here? Dilution. I felt like I was going to do a spell. There's something about spells here, or spelling. Or misspelling an S. There's an energy of like, it took you this long. What was that? Hey look, it's more blue and green. Yeah, it's expression and of the heart. Of the heart. I was doing things with my, what's this called, a hand, for those of you who are of the listening but not watching kind. Could that be significant? The listening but not watching kind? Watches time. Time! Why am I doing that again? That's why. The borderline. Oh, no. Actually, it kind of fits. There's some black here. They're not enough. We'll do it on this side. And this can be the time. Oh, wait. Wait a sec. This is like triominoes. Click. Perfect. We did it. It's a different shade of black though. Maybe that's a good thing. Hey, look, it's turquoise and black. What about all this pink though? There could be a feeling of like a heart chakra connectivity, sharing, a heart chakra, like expanded sharing with a collective of something personal to you, like a home feeling. Linka linka link, linky donka loko loko. Pokoliki? What's that? Oh wait, that's a place that is in a creation of mine. Pokoliki. Okay, Pokoliki is like the it's not the town that is, or the, I don't even know what you call that. More like a settlement. What are those things called that it's like smaller than a smaller than a town is a village, and smaller than a village is a what? I feel like there was a cool word in Welsh for it. Oh, Pentrefan. Vans could be significant. Okay, we have future and present. I'll have a good time. What was the other thing that I was saying? Pink, connect. Oh, Pokoliki. Progably isn't the main town. Well, it kind of is. It's like the small Pentrefan is the main placement of the story, but on that planet that the story is set on, mostly, is a city kind of thing, kind of big town called Pokoliki, and that's like the main busiest place where lots of ships come in, like a big, like an airport but for spaceships, for coming to and from the planet. I feel like none of that was important. I think it somewhat was, but I think mostly it wasn't, just because of how hard that was to say. But it wasn't really hard, it was just weird. And we'll do it again. Bum, 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 bum. I just cut the deck and it was to past. Okay, I haven't read any of this. Human present and future, or human future present. The future is at the forefront. The future is what is seen, but through the eyes of what the present knows, which is the connectivity between the future and daily life. Not daily life. Not daily life. Not that guy. The Daily Mail. That could be significant for someone. Mail that you get daily. Oh, what is this sudden, like, pain of dissociating? Chicken and cheetah popped out. What if cheetahs were animals that many humans ate? Why is that coming through? Why are there just like 4 like main animals that humans eat? It's so weird. And kind of surprising, just kind of surprising that we humans don't like farm human meat, at least to my knowledge. Oh dear. It's the same amount of oh dear as many other things, or as everything. Okay, maybe that's something here, like it's a feeling of altered perspective, or like of shocking revelations, but maybe like the possibility of shocking revelations. Maybe it's something to do with death, because right now I've strung my hoodie strings together and I'm tightening them as if I'm gonna strangle myself. What's that about? Hey, it looks like this. It looks like all of them. Present, future, and human all have lines. None of my other cards have lines. These are particular lines. Oh, actually, that's really significant. They all do look the same. Yeah, whoa! The present is so the combination of like the understanding of the human, possibly psyche, or just like something about human, like an ordinarily, merrily, yes, human man, a hue, an 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 huan, nam, ham, hum, num. Okay. Hun. Yeah, okay. Have I done all those words yet? Oh, that was a good game. Pass the bomb. Ah, that was a fun game. Fun games. Fun house. There's something about like normal stuff. The present is the combination of normal things that aren't actually normal but should be normal. Yes, I feel that strongly. And the future. Future of humankind is the present. See, that was making more sense to me, not just the last thing I said, but like the whole thing I was doing with the present being the combination of human and future. That was all making sense to me until just now, until it finished, and I'm like, that is kind of crap, or that makes no sense. And like how much I went around on the same thing, which feels very significant here. And I had more things to say, but now I've blank. These three. Brown. I've said that one too many times today. Brown. Blue. Pain. Oh look, it's blue and black and pink. Whoa. It's true, it's true. It was all true all along. And I didn't even know it. And I said brown with that golden plover. I said like something about white and black, or black and white and then gold. And then I said at the top, oh, and brown. But then maybe I said the word maybe. And you know what's been said a lot, the word? Maybe. 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 No, just maybe. These are 3 crystals I have out for the next pick a card. I never do that. I never have like multiple items ready. This is such like a merry-go-round feeling. I was gonna say more than. Rock balancing. I haven't really rock balanced my crystals before. I do love a good rock balancing. It doesn't feel right to be doing it without water, like without being inside a river, or onside a river, or underneath a river. Underneath a river, or flying over a river, catapulting over a river, tripping over a river. I quite like that, tripping over a river. This reminds me of Ice Age 2. The rocks that look like Sid. I just heard you should go. You should go now. Like, go to the bathroom. Go for a wee. Did someone actually need a wee? A wee all the way back home. Hey, that's that feeling of home again. It was not really a feeling, it was more like a word. Maybe they're the same? Or maybe one creates the other. Huh? I thought I got it. It's because I was leaning on the table. So when I unleaned it, it done got flown away. Preparation. There is be preparation. Sandwiches could be important. And hearts that cannot be shot until the moment is right. And then it's shot, but then it bleeds and the creature dies. The creature that is connection, and life no longer exists for anyone but me. That's that feeling of the mask. Is the feeling it's the feeling of like that hurt my ego to say, but it was still a part of me. And then like a whole landscape being created off that one part of me. Bam, bam. Okay. Okay. Should I do pile 3 now? Should I go for a wee? No, I'll drink more. What was this reading again? I can't start yet. Pile 2, go away. I love you. Oh, what's that thing that Coroner does? A Hololive VTuber. Look, it's a feather pen. It's writing. Whoa, it's writing on its own. Oh, that could have hit for someone. I just saw it. And boom, it was gone. Flash. Bum 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 bum. Flash. I can't remember what the like chorus of that. That's a Queen song, right? I can only hear the start. Is that really Queen? I've got my. I was gonna say my photo. I've got my photo up. Has someone got their photo up? Bananas. And only slices of oranges. Okay, what was I going to type in? Why did I pick up my photo? Dragonland. Bears in trees. Let's get a song for you then, shall we? As I'm on Spotify. Oh yeah, turn my volume to the 0 point. 0 point could be significant. The weather. Oof. Yeah, this is gonna fit some. With that maybe energy. We used to sit and watch the waves break over rock. Oh, what? Break over rock away. What's that mean? Is that rock? Is that rock that I didn't talk about in your reading? Have I been doing too many readings? I don't think so. But why did I say that? Is that relevant here? Okay, we used to sit and watch the waves break over rock away. I never thought that I'd crash out and watch you walk away. I tried to love you, but I lost you. Baby, I'm down bad. Hard to admit you were the best time that I ever had. Oh, life goes on. The world keeps turning around, and our moment in the sun, it feels a little colder now. When I see you around, I don't want to talk about the weather. And I heard you're doing better. Moved in with some asshole from God knows wherever. So we talk about the weather. When I see you around, now I'm a ghost around this town, and you're in a phantom limb. I feel you everywhere I go, rent-free under my skin. You're like the heartbeat. This is that I feel you everywhere I go, rent-free under my skin, was a feeling that like I got just before this reading. And clarified with one of the cards that came out. Okay. I feel you everywhere I go, rent-free under my skin. I feel like why did I say that? Isn't that something here? Why did I say that? And why did I say that? Okay. You're like the heartbeat of this city, babe, we're all just living in. And I'm still listening, and when I see you around, I don't want to talk about the weather, and I heard you're doing better, moved in with some asshole from God knows wherever, so we talk about the weather. When I see you around, when I see you around, when I see you around, I don't want to talk about the weather, and you don't ask about the band, and I won't ask about how you've been, because we might just fall back in. So we talk about the weather. When I see you around, when I see you around, I don't want to talk about the weather. Yeah, I heard you're doing better, moved in with some asshole from God knows wherever, so we talk about the weather. When I see you around, when I see you around. What was the actual song I was trying to find? Oh, if it was the Queen song. That would be in my side doodlings. And if I'm feeling patient, and then let's talk about Queen. See, if it's Under Pressure, that has David Bowie and Queen in. I don't think it's that, but that would have made sense for why I was like, is it Queen? Is it not Queen? Has Queen been with anyone else? Is that a thing? Has Queen been with anyone else? Queen Bee could be significant. I should just type in Flash. Flash. Ah! Wait, what? Wait, go back. Go back. Is someone trying to go back? Oh wait, not Flash. It says Queen song. Is it just called Flash? Do I just not have that? Fairburn flashback. I forgot about Fair Enough. 'Tis a podcast. I guess I'll add it to my liked songs to listen later. Yes, Flash, savior of the universe. That's what the words were. I can't think of them. Flash, he'll save every one of us. Seemingly there is no reason for these extraordinary intergalactical upsets. What's happening, Flash? Only Dr. Hans Zarkov, formerly at NASA, has provided any explanation. Flash, he's a miracle. This morning's unprecedented solar eclipse is no cause for alarm. Flash, King of the impossible. He's for every one of us. Stand for every one of us. He'll save with a mighty hand. I haven't listened to this since I was a young one, I feel like. And at that point, I feel like I didn't know these words. So reading them is weird. That could be a signal here. Every man, every woman, every child, it's the mighty Flash. General Kala, Flash Gordon approaching. What do you mean, Flash Gordon approaching? Open fire, all weapons. Dispatch war rocket Ajax to bring back his body. Oh, I remember that. Flash, Gordon's alive. Flash, he saved every one of us. Just a man with a man's courage. You know, he's nothing but a man, but he can never fail. No one but the pure at heart may find the golden grail. Oh. Flash, Flash, I love you, but we only have 14 hours to save the earth. Flash. It's a song with golden in it. I have a golden playlist. Is that it's still in my side doodlings? Is it called doodlings? Yeah, it is. No, it's not. It's side doodlings, and then the other. This is not playlist. Sorry, folder. Without playlists. Side dunes. Golden brown. Let's just add it straight away. Wait, what if it already is? Oh wait, not the golden. I love doing random things that also have slight messages in. Or maybe much messages, but not always interpreted ones. What was I doing again? I got sidetracked just saying that. Oh, right, patient playlist. You know how people make playlist names that actually are what is in the playlists? That's a kind of cool thing. I might do that for the next playlist I make. Because my If I'm Feeling Patient playlist isn't like for actually if I'm feeling patient. It kind of is. It like goes hand in hand with that, but it's actually just not that, and it's just it's like there's a pocket of songs, a genre of songs, or a collective of songs that I know that this playlist encompasses, but it's not all if I'm feeling patient. And I don't know why I wanted to express that. And it kind of came in with a bit of like a frustrated energy. Oh yeah, I can search Flash. Yeah, it wasn't in. It wasn't in there. Now I shall add it. Cool. Oh, now it has 65 songs in it, not 64, and I like the number 64. 65 is kind of satisfying though. Oddly satisfying. It just made me think of Monopoly. Okay. I'm in pain. I don't want to do pile 3. They're in pain. Welcome in pile number 3. Ooh, I looked up and the time was 111, and then when I started saying it, it was 21. Many ones, but then a 2 slotted in there. You have the biggest feather. What was this reading on about again? A non-urgent message that will find you at the wrong time. Let's put this over here. And then put this over here. And then get one of these or several of these. That's not really in the shot though. There could be something that's not really in shot. I'm thinking of shot. That's the reason why I went on Spotify at the end of pile 2, I think. There could be a feeling of this again, or anger or frustration here. It's a feeling of being uncomfortable. I'm curious if that is just your energy now, or if that's like, hey, at another time in life, you know, because this is you found this reading at the wrong time, and it's a not urgent message because it's not really about this you, it's another you. What if I'm just reading like another you's frustrations, that like it's just like, curious, like at some point I will feel frustrated. Helpful. For the drama, for the curiosity. Okay, I think there will be more of a cohesion, but maybe not. I've been using that word a lot, cohesion. I feel like I might have even said that before. And I feel like ordinarily that would be the thing that frustrates me, but not in this case. There's something else that, I think there's something that's so frustrating that is like the center point of your focus, that any other things that are like slightly frustrating kind of either really rub you the wrong way, but what I'm feeling more is like they kind of just slide off because of a main priority you're having. It could be something in spirit, it could be someone very close to home, or someone that you really care about that is struggling or going through something, or just that there is a struggle or like going through something energy to do with them, regardless if it's them or not. I'm wanting to say something like, what is the pool that you have dropped into? But it's more of a dive. Where have you dived? Soul walking. Okay, that would explain the ouchies of this reading. Detachment. Oh, yes, the big ouchies. Okay, so for those of you who don't know what a soul walk-in is, it's basically one body and the soul that was in the body leaves and another soul comes in. So it's a soul swap. In between. Okay, So we have beach, soul walking, detachment, fox friend. Back of the deck is jumping frogs, which feels like it actually really ties everything in so well that I'm going to keep it out. And then back of the deck is great chickpea, which is a feeling very much of this not being in the physical, but being very spiritually tied in together. That would explain that like frustration energy. I think it's a fiery energy, which I relate to soul step-ins, at least sometimes. I mean, yeah, look at all that orange, that fire. There's a feeling here of like being guided through this, or with this, there is a lot of love that you're receiving, that you're feeling. It's just really reshaping your idea of who you are. Okay, I don't know if this is going to be about you, or if this is a situation you're aware of yet, but at some point, either someone you love or you are going through an experience of a soul walk-in. That's what I'm feeling for this. And there's a strong feeling of not being able to really root yourself because there's an experience of, I heard being hit on the head, a feeling of like, oh, it's so much frustration and so painful because there's such a feeling of like a break in your body where the soul is changing, and you can feel this whether this is you or not. I don't know what I'm getting tripped up on. Is that what you're experiencing? Like there's a frustration, but you can't pinpoint it, even though I was saying earlier like there's a soul focus of your of the frustration. Maybe that it has to be just yourself. And again, if I'm saying everything as if it's you but you know it's not, then just stick with your knowing or your speculation. There's a feeling of being on the other side, and again, whether this be right now or the future or the past, you're on the other side and you recognize what has happened, and yet it still feels like you're not fully settled into the like completed process. It feels like you feel more alive than ever, but still clung to an old version of self that is slowly slipping away and being reset. There might have been a traumatic experience that you experienced, or a phase of life that had you really questioning like your ability to pull through or to hang on. And then there's a feeling of like, it's a feeling of like being so in the dark, but then and feeling maybe like it couldn't really go much lower, but then it's like you hit a certain anchor or a certain rock, and that like, it's like that caused a break, that caused the soul step in or the soul swap to occur. And it was such a, and you could also view this as just an extreme changing of the self, an extreme like, I had makeover, reinvention of self, where you have yourself like questioning all of who you know yourself to be, or all of what you want in life, or all of like what you've built. This could also be a Saturn return feeling, and it's like that tripping over, that break, that crack. It causes more of like a pain, but it also makes you feel more alive. And there could have been a sense of apathy, or like within the darkness that was before, that was maybe a feeling of not wanting to live. Regardless on the scale of how strong that feeling was for you, I feel like that was there, like a lackluster. And then this crack causes more pain, but it also so brings a spark, and so there's almost a gratitude for the frustration, a gratitude for the pain, because it gets you to the other side of the river, which may have had you let go of lots from your old life, from who you used to be, and I'm seeing like bright eyes, and now I'm thinking of a song by 21 Pilots called Golden Eyes. Let me get that up. Let's read those lyrics. It's like what comes at the end. Oh, we won't get to that yet. Okay, interesting. Wait, is it not called Golden Eyes? Oh, Glowing Eyes. Glowing, yeah. Okay. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da-da-da. We are all stranger creatures than when we all started out as kids. Culture forbids we have romantic fantasies about what dying truly is. That fits. I'm gonna start again. We all are stranger creatures than when we all started out as kids. Yeah, it literally is a feeling of like not being who you used to be. Culture forbids we have romantic fantasies about what dying truly is. Fall off the grid, we live for the night's decor. We live for the night's decor. It reveals what we dream of. Why am I getting tripped up on that? There's more about that. We live for the night's decor. Yeah, it's that feeling of like the night was difficult, but the night's decor, like the core of the night, what made things even worse than what you thought was like a plateauing badness or like a very like difficulty, and then when it got worse, it's like that why it got worse was what you started living for, and that's what flipped the switch. Fall off the grid, we live for the night's decor. It reveals what we dream of. I know there's someone at the door. They called for help of this, I'm sure. Or there's someone at the door. That just feels like that, like the other soul, or like it also feels like maybe someone on the other side, like pulling you through, someone who was encouraging during this. That may have been like the new soul, the new you, but also could have been someone else who saw you through this kind of feeling. It reveals what we dream of. I know there's someone at the door. They called for help of this, I'm sure. Oh, also like the old soul knocking at the door of their body, saying, like, calling for help, calling for that darkness, and then the shedding and the swapping and the new soul, which is or is not you, depending on how wrong of a time you found this video at. I feel like for a lot of you this would be a reading that would find you too late, quote unquote too late, but not quote unquote, because this is supposed to find you at the wrong time. Because then it's providing clarity on what has already been experienced. But this also could be something you're gonna go through, that you're in one of the different stages of. Okay, they called for help of this, I'm sure, but I do want to say goodbye. But do I want to say goodbye? Oh, okay. They called for help for this, I'm sure, but do I want to say goodbye to all the glowing eyes? I'm holding on to what I know, and what I know I must let go. But I would rather play a song for the eyes to sing along. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. The eyes to sing along, la-di-da-di-da, long, long. We all know somebody who knows somebody who's doing great. I know some people who are flying straight, but I'll kindly enter in to rooms of depression, while ceiling fans and idle hands will take my life again. We live for the night's decor. It reveals what we dream of. I know there's someone at the door. They called for help for this, I'm sure. But do I want to say goodbye to all the glowing eyes? I'm holding on to what I know, and what I know I must let go. But I would rather play a song for the eyes to sing along. This room is far too dark for us to stay around. Redemption's not that far, and darkness is going down. I feel like I need to read that part again. I feel like some of you need like clicking black into place. That black of the dark night. And what I know I must let go, but I would rather play a song for the eyes to sing along. This room is far too dark for us to stay around. room is far too dark for us to stay around. Redemption's not that far and darkness is going down. This room is far too dark for us to stay around. Redemption's not that far and darkness is going down. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. I'm holding on to what I know, and what I know I must let go. But I would rather play a song for the eyes to sing along. The eyes to sing along, long, long. Make them stop, make them stop, make them stop, make them stop, make them stop. Let's see if we've got one more 21 Pilots song. Maybe. Oh wait. Joogaloo. Okay, no, we're gonna leave it at that. Okay. I feel like for some of you, if you feel like leaving now, bye-bye. That might have been a lot to take in, or it like bringing up feelings to process. Now, the final card that I have, this part over here. There's something about the brightest star. Sirius A. It's a feeling of like there's a feeling of something so innocent was what created such a fire. Fox friend, and the feeling of celebration and lightness once more. Fox friend. It's interesting because we had a fox show up in pile 2, but the fox, there were no fox cards. It was like an actual fox outside. An actual one. As opposed to the fake one. Oh, that's what this makes me think of. I think there was something so, or there is, I'm gonna say was, something so true that brought you through. That reminded you of what is true. And it's so simple. It's that feeling of the innocent love. A feeling of, like, something that is so uncomplicated, unquestioning, yet possibly created so many complications, or yeah, I feel like that. Possibly unknowingly, possibly knowingly. But it's a feeling of like, oh, of course so much would have to be shed. Of course so much would like find its way to falling off, because that brightness, that truth illuminated was that of something so simple as love. And a feeling of like, oh yeah, that's what life is, or oh yeah, that's why I live, for love, for something so simple, for something so pure. I heard the words I care. Because that matters. I heard something along the lines of like gratitude, but it wasn't the full word gratitude. Grazie? Gratitouille? I feel like the card rat would significant here. Interesting words there. I don't have a rat card. But I used to. Not one of mine, but a deck made by someone else with a rat card that I had. And the way that I expressed that felt significant because it was a feeling of like me connecting to a feeling of like not just like an idea of like a mass-produced something that then for some reason like creates like a disconnect from it, but a feeling of like no matter how many of this copy of decks there are, like this one I saw, like someone created that and it was someone, someone that was someone's. I don't know if that came across. It's like a feeling of seeing the innocence in something, seeing the truth of like someone's heart being poured out somewhere, or many people's hearts collaborating to create something. Okay, I feel like that's it for your reading. Okay, bye-bye, pile number 3. Much love to you. And anyone else involved. Involved in life. That's everyone. Ah! Why did I just hair? Why did I just hair? I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say the thing I was gonna say. Interesting. Pile 3.5. Let's go. Go where? To the beach. At the very beginning. Grr. Apples. And slices of oranges. Sunflower seeds. And moons. Moons that collaborate not for the stars' attention, but for a feeling of like the peace that comes when it's incorporated into a story? Question mark. I had a cool feeling, but I didn't know how to express it. Oh, I forgot about this card. Sometimes I wish I could, like, show you the exact place my laugh comes from. Like sometimes it feels like it should come from one place, but actually it's like laughing at something else. That could be significant here. And we do it again. Let's get the colourful cards. Guess what? I felt like saying that in like to a dog, like in a voice to a dog. Then, like 90 when I was 90% through saying it, like I wanted to then have started over and said it like whatever. What did I even say? I wanted to do it like because that's how everyone speaks to dogs, right? Ow! I spiked myself. The colour you didn't know, but the colour who knew? No. The colour that never knows. Like, never mouth, but never knows. Ah! It smelt, but it could not taste. Or it tasted, but it could not smelt, like it could not melt. No. Gaps. Like, this is a mouth. It's open. Can a mouth really be open? Isn't the mouth just like the inside? Isn't it always like open, or isn't the mouth always just there? Maybe the lips can open? Ah! It was kind of scary. See, oh, it could be either one of these. It could be either. Whoa, someone has something cool up on their laptop right now. Right now. What is it? Go on, tell me. Go on. Gotcha. Forgot about that word. I like that word. I want to ask, are you still here? Joof. In one way, we're always here. At least me. Everyone's always here, it's just in different times. But I like time travel, that's why I love time travel, because we're always all, we can connect across time. I love forming different relationships with different versions of different people. It's quite the interesting experience when you meet the younger version of the version of someone you've already connected to future them. Which side? This side or this side? Gam bang gam bing gam bang bong. Does that annoy some people? Why did I want to say that? Who has Achilles on my son? Whoa, look at this. Look at that, would you look at that? It's red. It's red. Oh no. Whoa, that's crazy stuff. But it is kind of crazy because it's not that, like, this is the front and this is the back, but this is the back and this is the front. Whoa, they're both they're both whoa. I literally did that kind of earlier today, but that was still like fully authentic, I'll have you know. Differences are true. It's like saying hello to someone. It's like you're always saying hello to someone, even if you like woke up next to them. You're still saying hello to them because it's a new them. Same thing with yourself. You're always saying hello to yourself because it's always a new you. But which is the one that it's coming from then? If you are always saying hello to you because you're always a new you, then what is the constant? Is there a constant? The constant is the everythingness, and the non-everythingness is what the receiver is. The energy of gulp is here. Hey, that's like the mouth. We were talking about the mouth. Let's use my body deck. Ash, I love cards. Don't you love cards? I love cards. Woo! Which is surprising given how little lately I've been doing pick a card readings. Usually, or lately they've been like pick a gombo. Not really. Kind of really. I haven't been naming them as cool of a name as gombo, but should I name the next one gombo? More like grumble. Yeah, there's something more about like the sameness, like you're still you. But what is you? Existential crisis. What is that though? That's the mean of today's newscast. News. Whoa, no! What did I do? Why? I go basical boggin. I go wah. I'll have to find that video and save it so I can show some future people. So then when they watch this future, I mean in the way future, because my higher self will go, wow, you have to watch it because I said that you have to watch it. Because in the past I said that you watched it. So thumbs up. Maybe I'll share it with all of you. Maybe I'll post this video. I won't. But some of you already know it anyway. It's like a famous video, kind of. I don't actually know. It's a good video, though. Ah! Is that the other blank card? No, it's not. But I could make it blank. Oh, that feels right here. Is the picture dark for you yet? It kind of looks a bit dark. I looked at 44. But it was 47 that we got. Rats. See, I made it blank. That's reminding me of an old deck I had. I didn't have it for too long. Spirit of Hands, Healing Hands Oracle? I don't remember, but the guy who made it, he had such like a personality. I bet he was a Leo. Or maybe Aries, actually. 27. He could totally be a Cancer, though. Maybe on the cusp. The crisp? I mean, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say crust. The cusp and the crusp. I mean, I meant to say the crust and the cusp. 15. What's the devil card number in tarot? Is it 15? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it must be. Because it goes to the number 6. Hey, 69. Or 96. Just swap the video around. Some of you aren't watching anyway. Anyway. 10. 49. Blank. 77. 69. There you go. I'll be prim and proper. That sounded like, are we prim and proper? Are we? That just takes me back to the pile 2s. Maybe. Weather. No weather. I never got to make a joke about the weather one time, and I wanted to. Actually it was like a re-joke, a second joke. Sadness. Okay, Ash and Zeta. It's such grey energy. It's grey. Scrying. The moon is also grey and blue. And also black and grey. And dark blue. And also turquoise. And greeny blue, which is aquamarine. I can't read in this energy. This is just the energy that I love to play with my cards in. Should I make it look cooler? Slightly, just slightly. Maybe it'll look less cool though. That would be a disaster. There we go. Angels. Riding off into the night. On and on dog back. Pigback? Piggybacks. Oh, that's a thing. Who named them piggybacks? Why are they called piggybacks? They. Like the people. All the people called piggyback. Something back? Nickelback? Jefferback? Annie. Oh, I only now remembered that I was combining, I wasn't really doing it, but I was combining 2 videos into one. So that could be here. Combining 2 things into one. Those aren't even in shot, are they? That's funny. I feel like these videos or these parts to the videos where I'm in a dissociation feeling, they used to be far and few, but lately I feel like I've done a few too many of them for them to feel really cool and like secret, and it's just like, here we go again. Is that an energy here? Here we go again. It's like a combined feeling. Not really though. Galaxy? You know what? I'm gonna ask, will I get, or shall I try and get like a proper message? No! Woohoo! No, with the sun and an exclamation mark and a smiley face. Woohoo! Oh, there were 5. Those of you from pile 2, there were 5 of the weird ones. There's wrong question. Oh, that's cool. That's the only one you didn't get, wrong question. So that fit. That fit. So there could be something about fitting here and finding out later that it fit. Finding out an intuition was more on point, perhaps. That's later. So right now you're supposed to have the bad intuition. But no, the time could be in the opposite direction, so it could be the better intuition you have right now. Oh, remember the 50th of December. If you could come up with like how many days were in a month, what number would you choose? And would you choose them to be different numbers every month, or like weirdly sometimes some months are certain numbers and others aren't? I love how little I understand about the numbers and the months. Like, why? It's just, and I hope that it isn't sensical. I feel like maybe I looked it up once and it was just like to do with weird exchanges of people in power down the back road behind my house. And I like that because it was just like, this makes no sense. Maybe that is here, making no sense. It's just like, why? And that's just perfect. I love that there's things to make fun of, and I wouldn't want them to not be there. It's like there's a joy in being able to make fun of things, and so I'm not trying to have them not be there. Oh yeah, that's what this video is. Because I'm making fun of all the videos that go urgent, like must click on this video. What did I call this again? A non-urgent message. Oh yeah, that will find you at the wrong time. Because there's loads of pick a cards and like intuitive guidance readings that are like, this video will find you at the perfect time, or when you most need it, or that kind of thing. And it's like, I'm making fun of that But I'm also so grateful for all of that, because like that's what enabled this to be a thing. That's what enabled me to be able to play with that concept. I see that message being able to go in several trails for you. I'm seeing a spider. Let's get an animal card. I was gonna leave you then, but instead, no, not this guy. Jellyfish came out, but I don't want him. Humpback whale and fly. There's such a personal feeling to this. I'm wanting to say, have you dreamt of it yet? And that's like a specific thing. To just one person. Have you dreamt of it yet? But I actually don't think it's specific, because I think that the reason why I thought of that, because I've thought of that before, and not said it. Not. Like probably every other time that the humpback whale card has come up in other readings. Yeah, so dreams could be significantly. Look, moon, dreams. It does fit. I wasn't crazy. Is that all part of this? It does fit. I wasn't crazy. It so fits with soul swap-ins. Swap-ins, interesting. Ah! Mouse. That just sounded like a trumpet I heard. I feel like I didn't separate that energy well enough. Is that something here? Oh, goodness. Chicken. Chicken that flies. What about the chicken that doesn't fly? That would be a dead chicken. Porcupine. See, I told you I had a mouse card, right? Right? Not a rat. But I covered the mouse, so you could just pretend that's a rat. Vulture at the back. It looks like I'm trying to build a box, but I did it a bit wrongly. Wrongly so. I haven't done a monkey card yet still. Capture. Capture. It's like, can't go too fast, because otherwise you'll fly and run into the porcupine, and that would hurt. But not if you run in the right direction, but it's like you can't really do that by running. You have to do that like slow motion, then you can hug the soft, so soft side of the porcupine. A few more droplets. Oh no, you've been able to see that. That gap. Flash. Grip. That gulp. I thought all these would be smaller, but 2 and 3 I think are pretty long. I feel like number 1 was like 33 minutes and 48 seconds. I don't know, actually, I think it was like 43 seconds or like 50 55 seconds. Not 55 seconds, just like 51 or 2. 57 seconds. But actually 37 seconds. No, because that would be 3 threes. 3 threes is a good band name. 3 threes. Cave diving, but like water cave diving, but in a different dimension as a different body with family. But you're green. But you're green. Not just like and you're green, but you're green. It's a plot twist. But one of you is purple. Why is there a purple one? Oh, that's the guide, like the tour guide. It's teaching you all how to dive as a family. You know how to dive as singular, but not as a family. And there's a little yellow baby, but the yellow baby is like changing between being green and yellow. All babies start out as yellow as this race, and they like kind of flash glow between being able to be green or not. Green is a good colour. It's like the colour of pride in this race. And you have flippers, but they like grow from your toenails. Oh no. And they also have claws. That's interesting. Claw flippers. Claws on flippers. Something about and don't you know it? Felt like I needed to burp or throw up then. Or to be a burp. Ah, what that must feel like. It's cooler than I would expect. It's like a cloud. Ah, what that must feel like. It's like rain. I will not continue on that thread of speech. My eyes have festered upon a sparkling white crow, which is to say a pigeon, but it's in a far tree, so I think it's probably a dove, because the giant hasn't come to slay the panda yet. The panda who's gnawing at the other tree, which would be able to home the pigeon if it was existent in this realm of the forest. Luckily, the paint... What am I doing? I feel like being a giant right now and like picking up the houses I'm seeing. And then looking inside the windows and with my big googly eyes. It's only big for the people inside, but they're small for my family. Like for my family of giants, I'm like a breed with small eyes. Small cute eyes, but still like small. I was made fun of in giant school for my small googly eyes, but they didn't know of the profession that is house window gazing, and those with big googly eyes wouldn't be able to do it as well as me, so it fits. And it's like a high sought after profession, because all the giants in most of the realms have big eyes. And houses is like, why do they always come in the same size windows? Houses are generally the same size. Isn't that weird? I had more to say on my giant story, but I've lost touch with that lifetime now. What is this? How many of you have actually been giants with too little eyes? With a highly sought out profession of window gazing? It's like you have a sidekick who comes along and like brushes beneath the house. It's like when you lift it up, there's loads of cockroaches, but like large ones from this beastly planet. And it's like they brush them away, and then like a squeal of loads of other creatures come and gobble them up, and then the house can go back down. All nice and flat, and it won't get eaten up by these like goblin cockroach creatures. Have you ever eaten a goblin? Have you ever been a goblin eaten? Goblin. Goblin. Cuckoo. I was thinking of the bird, but now I'm thinking of cuckoo, like, she's gone mad. That's Matilda again. Second time in this video I've thought of Matilda. I couldn't think of what the song was called earlier, but what was that one from? And there. Have you ever smelled anything worse than... have you ever smelled anything worse than that smell of rebellion? Rebelling here? Who's rebelling? You against the common sort that is big-eyed giants. Okay, I milked that too many times now. Milking. What if you could milk your own eyes? I wonder what kind of juice that would create. And if that would be painful or not. Oh, imagine if you could milk your own eyes. Whoa! No way. No, but really. Imagine if you could milk your own... Imagine if you could milk your own eyes. Oh, but it, like, takes out some of the colour of your iris. So this is, like, a highly sought out profession. And then the juice of your iris. Maybe you can choose the pupil, but no one does that because that's like really altering of like your lifestyle from then on. But those who drink the pupil juice, like, I don't know, something really cool happens to them. They grow a third eye, or like a 50th. I don't know how many eyes these giants have. Oh wait, but I wasn't talking about the giants, I forgot. I was talking about humans. I like humans. Humans are the best. Let's get the human card. No matter how long it takes, we will get it. Horse chestnut. That's a horse. Oh, horse eyes. Oh, I don't like the sound of milking a horse's eye. Holly. H and O could be significant. Ho, 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 ho. Milking Santa's eyes? New guide. Oh. Wait, horse chestnuts have like, they look like an eye. Spirit is playing along with us instead of playing along with like the human part. It's they're trying to create a story with us. So the eyes. What about the holly? H-O. What does H-O mean? Ho. Is it really Santa? Ho ho ho. And a bottle of rum. Ho ranger. Ho radical. Ho radical. Glitch. I've lost. Okay, horse chestnut, then holly, then new guide. Yeah, drinking the juice is the new guide. It allows you to see through the eyes of the one whose eyes got juiced. So it's like it's used like maybe before you die. Nah, yeah, that's kind of more gross though. I don't know, maybe just like really wise ones or really intelligent ones or like really creative ones, like really like something ones. Beings, humans get their eyes juiced. Like slightly juiced maybe. Wait, not juiced, was that? Oh, milked, that's what it was. Not juiced. I was saying milked, right? I'm pretty sure I was. And something. That creates the threads of the future. That guides you into the future. Oh, it's like those who have prophetic visions. The like kings of the land, those in charge, then drink the prophecies of the visions that those who can see the future provide. I don't know why they couldn't just tell them, Why do they all paint it? They have to get their eyes juiced, but there we go. That's life for you. Okay, I told you I'm gonna get the human card and I will not disappoint. Earth and Orion. Oh, do you hear that? The sound of... What's that song called? Lots of musicals lately, I think. Do you hear the sound of something? Something. I don't think that's actually how it goes. Do you hear it? Boom. Boom. So low. What's that called? Why did Annie just come to mind? Annie, get your gun. That's the Annie, the other version, the remake. What's that called? Miss Saigon? No, that's not it. Jean Valjean. Jean Valjean. I can't think. Ah! Les Miserables. Sweet Chestnut. Pleiades. Pleiades, please. Pleiades. These what? Play the what? Vega, Arcturians. No human. Who the man? Oh. Cherry blossom of the tree kind. Present. Why on the masculine? Yeah. Oh, what if the human is the last card to come out? It's not going to be that, is it? It's going to be not as cool as that. I'm going to be disappointed, aren't I? I'm going to be disappointed. I don't want to be disappointed. Disappointment is sad. Ho, ho, ho. That goes with Sean Conn. Ho, ho, ho. And a bottle of scum. A Riga bay laurel tree. Why do I feel like that? Oh, I was going to say, why do I feel like that's the human? And it says home. That's delicious. Oh yeah, I didn't say the thing about Earth and Orion coming out together was blissful. I don't know if I have words for it though. Sometimes I like Orion and sometimes I'm like, ah. But do you hear the people singing the songs of angry men? Why do I feel like I'm wanting to make that go into another song? Oh, who won't be here again? It's making me think of cassette tapes. Cassette tapes. Also, it's making me think of, I feel like I either thought of this and didn't say it, or I thought of it and did say it. No, the human card came out. At least it came out to end the row, but I like that it didn't come out like at the end of a row, but it's like, I feel like it came out in a weird way. Now back of the deck is feminine. Oh, that was a burp and a quarter. That was a feeling of like a deep burp, or like that burp didn't sound like me. It's like someone else's burp, but it was cool. Maybe that's why I was like, oh, cool, because it was someone else and not me. But I'm cool. I feel like that has come through like one too many times too. Coolness. Cool. Like cold. Like I'm a bit too cold. Cold. Not hearted. Cold throated. Cold. Cloaked. Ooh. That's not what I thought. I feel like someone thought of something then. And that was my response, like, oh no. No thank you. You took that one step too far. I wonder if that's true. I'll never know. Ever. Ever. Until I do. Oh, what's that? Until you do, until I do. Oh, that's another song, I think. What is it though? Oh, I feel like I'm not gonna like what song it is. Oh wait, I like half like it. But now I've said that, I'm not gonna say it. But okay, this is fun. I love games. I'll say it, and this is like a nothing. It's not nothing though. What is that? That feels like the cool thing, but it's not nothing. Oh yeah, I'll say in another reading. Oh wait. Oh, that would have been cooler, but I don't think I have. Okay, I'll explain in a sec. I'll say this song in another reading, and what word should I use to... I'll bring in, when I say the name of the song, when it comes out organically, I won't force it, I'll bring in this rock, and you will know that that was the song I was thinking of. After all these years, we finally found out. Okay, then the thing I was thinking of was, oh wait, what if I've already mentioned this song? And then I could think right now of something that I've said, like, or something that happened to do with when I said that song. And then I could either say that now, and then when you find that video in the past, you'll be like, aha. Or, and that's what I was thinking of, but now I'm thinking of, or I could go a step further and I don't know how. What would that be? I don't know, I was going to say, like, I'll mention that in the future, but I don't see any ties. That makes no sense. Okay. Cool gobbles. Let's bring this down now. I'm not leaving. Did you think I was leaving? I did. Actually, I don't know if I was thinking. When her teeth get pulled out in that, I'm saying movie, that traumatized me. Only temporarily though. Love a good temporarily traumatization. Woo! Flop. Jumping frogs. We had that earlier at the back of the deck. Did we not? What about rocks though? And Fox Friend, we also had that. And that was the last card, so it kind of feels cool. Cool, like this blue Q, like a Q of blue. What if you could like, oh no! I won't say that. I'll just say, what else can I say that's like similar to that? I just had an image of a, is that called a Q? I haven't thought of, or I haven't played pool for so long that mind is going blank. I'm thinking the last time I saw a pool table, the whole room was empty and I was on my own, and I think I walked into the room. This was like a weird Welsh retreat thing with my mum, but I didn't, she was teaching and I just like walked around the empty place. Oh, I went to the beach that day. Oh, and I swam in the sea and it was freezing. It was like February or something. Maybe it was later than February actually. March. Wait, it's already May. And I don't know when this was. But the waves were so big that day. It was kind of scary. Because it moves you so fast. And there was like big spiky rocks. Do I have anything more to say on that? Oh yeah, just I saw the pool table, the room was empty. And I was empty. But empty rooms with things in is so cool. Oh, there was a slushie machine that was like going. And I had forgotten about slushies. Thoughts. Oh yeah, the queue. Oh yeah, I had just seen like a queue. Is it called a queue or not? Is the queue... What is a queue? Cue ball? Is the cue ball the white ball in Mario Kart 64? In Ghosts. Oh, I forgot about Ghosts. Infection. Wait. I got them the wrong way around. Maybe that's something here. A pool stick. That's what I'm gonna call it. To play pool or snooker. The sticks that you use. I had just seen one of those. And then my mind went to more gruesome things. Jumping frogs and fox friend. That kind of feels like that energy of like jumping from one thought to the other. Oh. Only half a thought. Well, it's a full thought, but it feels like 150%, and that's not 100%. So it's just as unsatisfying as 50%. Is that relevant here? I can't end the reading here. It's like I want to end now because I don't know, the energy has died. Has the energy died somewhere? But it's more in like a sloopiness that I don't feel like it's satisfying to end. Yeah, that's the same thing again. 150% is not 100% or 50%, but it basically is 50%. Let's use my character deck. I feel that, ooh, like, no, stop giving me the ones at the top. I was gonna say something along the lines of, I want to find more of an understanding of this card. That's what I'll say. Noi! Noi is one of my favourite characters. I haven't painted these. Full stop. I painted some of them though. This is 50% painted. I just want to trail off again. I guess it's not always trailing off. Well, I was just gonna say, I had a really nice smoothie earlier. I don't call it smoothie. It was all frozen, so it doesn't feel smoothie-like. Not all frozen, but mostly frozen. Yeah, like 100% frozen fruit, frozen berries, and then 50% filled with other stuff, which was not frozen. And that is like that slushy machine. What does that mean, though? The empty room, but things were moving inside. But it wasn't for me. But was it for me? What if it was for me, but I just didn't know it was for me? There was also like 2 other like games in there, like the kind where you like sit on a chair maybe, and like a racing game, but like the ones that are in some cinemas, I don't know if they're in them anymore, but there's one cinema in Sputty in Newport, Cineworld in Wales, a specific one. That was like the childhood cinema of mine, and when you walk in on the left, there was a big room, or like a size room, and it had loads of like these games in. Why is that a thing? Like in a cinema, like games are there on the side. Also, who made like watching films be in tandem with, well, yes, this playing games, but not really that. I was gonna say sweets. Like, there's so many sweets at the cinema. When did that become a thing? Why wasn't it like loads of teddies or loads of pillows. Like every time you go see a movie, there's like a pillow you bring home. Yeah, why don't you see loads of people? Why aren't there like cozy cinemas? Like, well, maybe there are. I'm just not well versed in things. Yeah, why aren't there cinemas where you can just go in and like instead of like choosing a seat, you choose like a little like alcove, and you can bring all like a quilt and pillows and teddies and stuff in, and friends and family. So it's like a cozy alcove, and you can like choose different sized ones, so you can have like a solo one too. And like there's a slider that can make it even more closed off, so it's like you can open it up and be like, let's have a community, like big kind of cinema. So it's like it opens up and you can be like, hey everyone. Or you can be like, no, let's just cozy in and just be me in here and watch the film like this. The back of the deck. I know nothing. But really, I know some things. But what if my noi is different to your noi? No one can ever know who my noi is. And I can never know who your noi is. And loads of you don't even know who noi is. And that is your noi. So really everyone knows who Noi is, just the perspective, there's every single possible perspective on her. Ah, and this is mine. Not this card, this does not represent Noi to me. But it partially does. Partial like 150%. That's making me think of to give and to ungive is the same. So finding the 100%. Same paths look different. The same paths look different, or the different paths look the same. I like this one right now. Not that one, the back of it. Wait, I forgot already. Sometimes my brain is really dumb. I can't see, to my eyes at least. To mine, this is the back. And these are the front, so it goes this way. Do you want to play Snap? Snap is a game where you pretend to be crocodiles and you open your mouth with your hands and you go wham! And you try and snap the other crocodile's mouth. You can play it with othlies. You can play it with just fingers. So snap. Oh, you have to start with your pinky finger. Snap, snap, snap. And then every time someone gets a point, like they get to add another finger. Snap. And then when it creates the full snap, that's the last one. It's like, oh no. That would actually be a game. Maybe that will be a game one day. Too much of my creative juices is coming out in readings now that I will have no place else to put it. What is that? No. Beginning a creative juice just creates more juice and more juice and more juice. It's like when you when you write down your when you wake up and you remember your dreams, and then you like forget them, and then you go to write it and you're like, oh no, this is too much. You just keep going and keep going. And even if you like think you can't remember anything, but you have like a slight idea and you're like, I think that it was kind of like a slow dream, and you're like, oh yeah, this, and then oh, and then you're like, okay, I have to stop writing at some point. So then you stop writing, and then later in the day you do a reading and you're like, oh, pears, oh, I dreamt of pears. But really that wasn't what happened, and then you say that in another reading, and then you feel embarrassed because you said it wrong, and then you say how you feel embarrassed, but that was only like 20% true, and then you start trailing off and you start regretting all of your life choices. Okay, but how much of that is true for you? Because your whole beginning reading PAL 3, well, PAL 3.5, but when you were just the PAL 3, that was about a whole reinvention of self. And we do it again. I really want to do astrology with you right now. Should I get up my chart? Maybe I'll just do an astrology video. That could be a thing. I don't think I will, but I could do that. You'll see all my names, because I use no, it's not Cafe Astrology, what's it called? I'm blanking on what the site, but you can keep loads of different charts in, and I have loads of different people in there, but they're all by weird names. Actually, not all of them. Some, like okay, sometimes they just have their actual names, and I had something to say about that, but no, I don't. I'm breaking my chair, but it's actually already broken, and it's not actually my chair. But it could be my chair if I viewed it in another way. It's a very cool chair. Cool and... what if burgundy was light brown? That's what this chair would be then. But since that's not a thing, it's just light brown. Cream? It's not cream. It's really weird that it is kind of cream. It's not at all cream though, it's just light brown. What's the difference between cream and light brown? I don't know. And that is where I'm going to end your reading. Okay. Love you, see ya.